welcome back to the special club. Of like a very there's like this things like you want to make your audience feel like they're part of a special club or something like that. It's like, oh, we're in the know and like blah, blah, blah. But yeah. So I ended up in the CIU. No reason. Basically just I was just thinking out loud, and then maybe I said something that someone overheard that was concerning, and then the crisis team comes over and it's like, there's no crisis, and you're a piece of shit for dragging me in here. I told you there was no crisis, and you're I don't know. It's like, I guess people are just like, they don't really pay attention. Like, they're not very thoughtful. They're not. Their standard is just like, I'm just gonna err on the side of tyrannical, get it done. Like, oh my god, like one day I'm gonna get this damn it needs to be abolished. You can't force people to take their meds. You can't force them to be sane if they're insane or whatever. It's like, that's bullshit. People should be free, and like left to cause whatever trouble that they're gonna cause, and then just like when the cops need to solve the crime or whatever, they solve the crime instead of like just the overall, pretty much every single mental health institution I've ever been to is like, you're not very responsible, you're not very well-read, you're not exactly the best leader, and you're certainly not the best at healing people. And for the most part, this is just like, what's therapeutic about this place? Well, you sit, you think more, you contemplate more, you don't use technology as much. You're around people, and most people, they like have one friend to no friends, so like that's a positive if one's so inclined to put themselves out there and want to socialize. Some people just stick to their own little heads, and I guess they don't necessarily have too big of an ego or desire to express, but at the same time, it's like, maybe you should have a bit of an ego and desire to express, which would be an indicator that you had something worthwhile to share. And having something worthwhile to share is like, probably, well, I think it's what I'm good at. Like, I meet people all the time, and like, I give them advice, and the look in their eye, they're really grateful, and it's it's a beautiful thing. It's like, oh, you might actually improve your life with what I just said to you, and that's one of the most brilliant things. It's like, love and give. That's like just a Christian motif, I suppose. Like, give, love and give, and like, love your neighbor, love your friends, and like, fill your heart up with love every single day. It's a little bit more love, a little less hate, and you're doing something good for yourself every day. And you want to try to have positive thoughts. You want to be able to be in command of yourself. You want to be able to see the bright side of things. What's the best thing? And it's like, you could be complain about your life. You could be some North Korean fucking sorry sap, like say they're with children's scissors, like, go cut the grass. And it's like big field. It's a whole like, cut the grass, and then you're sitting there with those kid scissors, just chop it away. That's your fucking life. And it's like, be grateful you're not in a gulag locked up, or that you're not the leftovers from a nuclear war that would have happened probably like 10-20 years ago. We were almost all dead. Basically, the Russian guy gets an alarm. It's like, it's time to launch the bombs, and then he hesitates a little bit, and then they get the call that basically that it was a false alarm, and he almost blew up the world. We almost lost everything. And yeah, like, at the very least, blown back to the Stone Age or something like that. If we're lucky. But it's like, looking towards the bigger picture. It's like, whether it's just your family, whether it's just yourself, or whether it's your country, like, you want to do everything that you can do to improve the situation, speak wisdom, goodness, and you shouldn't speak no evil unless you have a good particular reason why to do it. And like, it's best to order your mind to perfect like goodness as best as you can, and be grateful and worship God, and whatever, worshiping God is like the highest ideal, you could say, the highest ideal that's worthwhile to chase after, and just like try to fill your head with positive things, stack up another day. Like, most people's lives have been real shit, and most people are numb as shit. They're kind of sociopathic because they've been numb. It's a coping mechanism, like, shut down your emotions, don't really open up, something like that. And people have tragic, really hard lives, and that's not a bad thing necessarily. Like, toughen you up, like, it's like Seneca said, it's a sad man, or something like it's a sad situation when a man goes unchallenged. It's like, you want the challenge in life, you want the hardship, but you get to choose your hardship. Are you laying in your bed becoming 600 pounds and that's your hardship, or you going out hitting the paint, or whatever, it's like running and breaking your legs, and like exercising and lifting and meditating relatively modern age. It's like, oh well, an hour of meditation is like, oh, I could be playing a video game or something. But no, it's well worth it. You'll have a super brain in X many years. And you'll be emotionally regulated. Like, it's the single most important thing to cure any mental illness that we know, besides probably psilocybin mushrooms, or ketamine's a good one too. And then maybe there's a therapeutic use of LSD. I don't know. It's kind of LSD. Kind of is it melting your brain? Maybe like where, like, because you get a whole bunch of interconnections that come in the brain, which aren't necessarily supposed to be there, and like. And then I guess you start feeling a sense of unity or something from taking such a drug. Very common psychedelic experiences leading to a sense of unity. And like, Samsara, another Buddha, like he would meditate on, oh no, I forgot it. Stupid worrying about which Buddha. There's a fat, jolly Buddha. And I think the fat, jolly Buddha, like at some point he becomes emaciated. And like, there's this dude, like, oh my god, if you can, there's this dude who's like 1,000 or 600 pounds, and he fasted for a whole year, and like he had like tea and like sodium or what. I was probably like, I can't imagine he couldn't get by without electrolytes, but like, yeah, it's like the feats that you can do as a person, like difficulties, like stay away from pleasure, stay away from fun if it's not constructive to a creative work or something conducive to your prospering of your mind and your intellect and your potential in the future and what you have to look forward to. So like, you always want to look up, you always want to look and try a little bit better than you did last time. And like, my recommendation is like, do things that are difficult, like go out on a sprint, like sprint for like 8 minutes and then just running and have all the agony of that, like it toughen you up. Or you can, like, I've done like 2.3 miles, 3 miles a daily for like a month or two, and then my legs are fucked up that way. And like, there's something about like just training, and like not recovering, like just making it as difficult and hard as possible as you can, and still getting it through. It's like, I wouldn't want to have David Goggins' fucked up legs, but maybe one day I will. I don't know. No, he had reasons. He had medical reasons why he's running, of course, like attrition on his legs, but other medical issues. But he basically runs knee, like bone to bone, like there's not, like maybe a plate or something in it. So it's agony for him. And probably just sitting there chilling is pretty painful. And, the people wussy out. I was like, dude, go do a half mile. Like, just do it half a mile. Like, run fast enough that you're like kind of out of breath. Like, it's so easy to get in shape. It's so easy to change your life around. It's like, hit the gym. Meditate, journal, like proactively do self-improvement every moment that you can. Learn philosophy. It's like, it's really simple. And then like you get to grow up, and then hopefully you build up the people around you, and like eventually your society is better off. And then eventually maybe we spread out through the stars because our society went so well, and we colonized and meet other species on the universe. And like, it's like, I'm not going to be around for that for the most part. Maybe some spaceship building and space, but like I that's enough time. The time's pretty much up for this video. So it's like, there's these two spinning large galactic bodies, and they're going to crash into each other millions and millions and millions of years into the future, something like that. And that's like one of the largest goals I can think that humanity should be working towards to escape. And then there's the sun at a smaller scale that's going to blow up. And like, it matters. It's like, we need people who care about like others. Is like, oh, I don't want to leave the next generation in a toxic nuclear wasteland or something like that. But yeah.